Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Thursday, the 9th day of January. It's National Apricot Day or Apricot Day. How do you say it?
Apricot.
Have you heard people say apricot? Is that
No.
the same thing?
I think it's the same thing, but I've never heard anybody say
You've never heard anyone say apricot?
No.
It's always apricot? I've heard it both ways. National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day today, and I do appreciate law enforcement. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Think about how awful society would be if we didn't have anybody out there telling people what they can and can't do. I mean, it would be bad, because there are a lot of people who, if the law did not stop them from just smacking someone in the face all the time, I would be getting smacked in the face. I'm looking at you, Heidi. I'm looking at you. She would, probably. And it's National Static Electricity Day today. Also, it is a Thursday. We have these things called Dear John Letters. We've got one of those. It's on our Facebook page right now. If you'd like to chime in, you can do that at johnandheidishow.com.
Student loan debt is out of control for many people. Are you one of them? The average graduate walks away with anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000 in student loans. Believe it or not, 2% even manage to owe over $100,000 by the time they graduate. If you have several different student loans, let us consolidate them into one loan and one payment at singlestudentloan.com. If you have only one student loan, we may be able to offer you a better rate to help you get that loan paid off sooner at singlestudentloan.com. That's singlestudentloan.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A study found that 2 in 5 adults cannot fix a single household problem without using Google. I wouldn't say that I'm in that category.
No.
We can fix a lot of things.
Yeah, we fix a lot of
things. And here's the thing. Honestly, you know what we use when we do have an issue? YouTube. I mean, I'm not going to read it when somebody will do a video and show me how to do it. You remember we were working on our house and there was questions? I'm like trying to figure stuff out. I'm sitting here watching videos.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that made Heidi nervous when she's like, you sure you know how to do that? I'm like, oh, no, it's fine.
I'll figure it out.
I'm watching this video here.
I would say that is very rare that we have to go that route.
I did. I had to several times. And we still have to kick water down the hole in our tower because we didn't get the slope right. So, yeah, that was not good. Again, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At BetterCreditCards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is Your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by Time4Rehab.com. A Louisiana woman is behind bars on felony drug possession charges when they discovered her methamphetamine stash in a small plastic container that was labeled dope. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. 41-year-old Candace Neal. They had probable cause affidavits that gave them further investigation rights, and they found this little container that said dope. Inside, they found some methamphetamines. It was left in an apartment prior to deputies speaking with her. However, she later was arrested after being found hiding behind the residence. After she was read her rights, she admitted to the owning of the narcotics. She was charged with possession of a controlled substance and booked into the local jail. That's just not smart. To write dope right on it? No, not a good plan. But that's what happens when your brain is on drugs. You can read the details of this story at Time4Rehab.com.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. The Grudge is in theaters right now, and I had not heard of this. I've heard that name before for something else. I don't know if this is a sequel, but it's a vengeful ghost that cursed a house and dooms the renter who enters it with a violent death. Tara Westwood and Junko Bailey star in the R-rated film. Have you heard of this?
No.
Do you think that sounds like something you'd want to see?
Probably.
Yeah, I kind of figured you probably would. A summer report claimed that actress Constance Wu demanded top billing on the movie Hustlers In that movie was also Jennifer Lopez, who I've heard of, and Cardi B, who I've heard of, and this Constance Wu I've not heard of.
Right.
But she was saying, I demand top billing. And they're like,
Did she get it?
No. And Netflix announced they're renewing the superhero drama Raising Dion for a second season. Series is based on Dennis Liu comic book, short film of the same name as well. Follows a young boy who begins to show superhuman abilities after the death of his father. It says here that there's quite a few people that like this series, and I guess it's doing well. I've not seen even a preview for it. So
Either.
now that I've mentioned it out loud near my phone, I probably will.
Probably.
They're spying on us. Big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
It's a new year. Have you made a resolution to quit drinking or to finally get away from drugs for good? These are both habits that are hard to kick, but you can do it. We want to help you. TimeForRehab.com is here to help you find the help you need with your particular situation. If you want to make this year the year you get the help you need to live a normal life again, start with a little help from us at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now your scoop of the day brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. A snail's pace. Have you ever heard that phrase before? Where something goes really slow?
Yeah.
I think this would probably fit into that category. Snail's pace took on a whole new meaning. In China, 76 hours to move something 82 feet.
What were they moving?
A building.
Oh, well.
Five-story building. It actually took closer. It was 74 days of work. So this is what they did. This 5-story government office building that weighs more than 800,000 tons. It was in the way of a new expressway that they were putting through.
Okay.
And it was a fairly new building, and they didn't want to tear it down. So what they
Right.
did instead, they took 74 days to get underneath of this building and move it laterally, which means sideways. 74 days, people were working in the building every single day while they were doing it. Seriously. So
That seems really,
I think so,
really
too.
dangerous.
they're like, okay, well, we're going to move your building. Do I get that time off? No. No, you're still going to go in. Office workers continue to work in the building. The structure was first lifted onto wheels on a track, and then the day of the move, the building people came and rolled it along the track at the speed of 1 centimeter per hour. So this thing just barely creeped along. They moved it 82 feet. It took them 76 hours.
Wow.
So 24 hours is one day, 48 is two.
Right.
You know, think about that. That was multiple days
Right.
to move a building 82 feet.
That is insane.
Yeah, but you know what? I kind of want to see what that looked like.
Can it still be structurally safe after
Well, I hope
that?
so. There's people working in there while they're doing it, so I sure hope so. A growing number of experts think that this year, 2020, we will see more UFO sightings than we've seen in a long time because of the creation of the Space Force. So they're thinking because of that, we're going to see more UFOs. Not necessarily that they will be from another planet, but that we'll be testing things. And then people are going to go, hey, look at that. It's a UFO. And they're like, no, it's just the Space Force.
Okay.
Something we can't tell
can
you
see
about
that.
yet. So that's very possible. I don't know. Do you believe in UFOs like from other planets? We've had this discussion. I know your answer.
I believe that there is other life, but I don't believe that they're trying to come here.
You don't
I
think
really
like,
don't.
yeah,
Why would they want
I don't
to?
even want to be here. Why would they want to? No, I think I think there's stuff out there. I just do. I don't know why. And one last story we're going to get to here. For those of you in the market for a new home, take a listen. Tom Brady and his wife Giselle have cut the price of their Massachusetts home to just $33 million.
Oh, well.
Initially, it was listed for $41 million,
No,
but
before
they decided...
we were thinking we probably couldn't swing it, but
I know.
now...
They decided, hey, instead of $41 million, we're going to take the drapes with us, and we'll knock that down to $33 million. I don't know.
It's quite a drop,
I don't
really.
know if they're taking... I think they just decided to adjust the price.
Right.
I don't think they're taking anything with them, but there you go. That's going to do it for your scoop of the day on the John and Heidi Show.
Student loan debt is out of control for many people. Are you one of them? The average graduate walks away with anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000 in student loans. Believe it or not, 2% even manage to owe over $100,000 by the time they graduate. If you have several different student loans, let us consolidate them into one loan and one payment at singlestudentloan.com. If you have only one student loan, we may be able to offer you a better rate to help you get that loan paid off sooner at singlestudentloan.com. That's singlestudentloan.com. JohnLetters.com.
And it's time now for Dear John Letters. Our Dear John letter this week is from a young lady that's trying to lose weight. I bet there's a lot of people probably sitting in that same spot right now for New Year's resolutions. Because what are we, like a whole whopping little over a week into New Year's?
Right.
So there's probably several people who can relate to this. So if you'd like to chime in, we'll tell you how you can do that. But take a listen to what we have here. Dear John, I made a resolution to lose weight this year. I'm doing pretty well, but my friends are not very supportive. They've been pretty mean about it. They're all pretty and slender, and I'm not. They keep trying to get me to join them for dinner and drinks. I've explained to them that I don't want to do that, and they are persistent. Then, when they talk me into going out, when I order a salad, they harass me for that. When I drink water, I get picked on for that. After 2 nights of this already, I've decided not to go out with them again.
Aww.
I want to stick with my healthy plan for 2020. I met a new friend at the gym. She and I have been encouraging one another. My old friends are very mean towards me about her, too. Do I just cut them out of my life altogether? I've known several of them my whole life. We grew up together. Not sure what to do here. I still love my friends. I just don't like the way they're treating me lately. My closest friend actually said, "You know you're going to quit anyway, so just drop the diet thing and get back to your fun self." That made me cry. What should I do? Signed, New Year, New Friends. I'm really sad to hear that, because if they were good friends, they would be encouraging you.
Right.
But with that little line that they said at the end there, it makes me wonder, have you done this a bunch and you've, tried and, fallen off the wagon? And even if you have, that still doesn't mean it's okay for them to, point that out and, say, you're going to just fail anyway. Well, with friends like that, I'm gonna. I think we should all be encouraging to one another. If somebody has a goal and they've set a goal to lose weight, don't invite them to come over for pizza. I mean, it's a bad idea. And like she says in this letter, her friends don't struggle with this. She does.
Right.
So if they were struggling with something, hopefully you would be encouraging them. So maybe that's what you do, is ask them, hey, what are you guys doing? Or is there something you're doing for a resolution? Because I'll encourage you in that. You're certainly not, I don't think they're helping anybody by treating a friend that way. That's not a good friend, first of all. Wouldn't you agree? I
absolutely would agree.
Do you have any advice to chime in
I could see what they're saying. I mean, if they want to go out and they're trying to have a good time, and if she's being a major, won't even try to still be fun while she's on this journey, that's a little different.
Okay, you can have fun without drinking and without eating poorly. I don't know. I have no idea.
Rolling her eyes when they're ordering what they want to eat and making everybody else feel bad. See, we're only hearing one side. There's two sides to every story.
I understand that. So here's what I think. Again, she's saying, do I cut them out of my life completely? I don't think you do that. I think what you do is just tell them, guys, right now,
join them for things that don't involve food at all.
There you go.
So, if you're going to go...
in our society, everything involves food.
Not everything. We just went to the gun range with some friends. This is last weekend. There was no food there at all.
There's food before
and it was
and
wonderful,
after that.
But we did not partake in that.
We didn't have food there because it's not allowed.
We went to the event and we had fun, and we didn't get involved in the eating part of it.
Well, if you would like to... maybe spend time with them doing something non-food related. There we go. And it sounds to me like you got this new friend that is encouraging you. Maybe spend, time with that friend too. I don't know. This is tough. I guess the question is, do I cut them out of my life completely?
Don't cut them out of your life.
I mean,
unless they're negatively impacting your life. If they're always mean to you, then yes, get away from them.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's always. It just sounds like right now they're saying, hey, we want our friend back, the one that does all the fun stuff with us.
Right.
But if you're saying that's part of my plan for 2020 is to not live that way anymore, if they can't respect that, that means they're not respecting you. And they need to respect you, just like you need to respect them.
Absolutely.
It's a two-way street. You got to respect each other. So again, like to what Heidi was saying, so if you are out with them and when they're not on the journey with you, so if they're ordering things, if you're making them feel bad for ordering those things, that could be why they're making you feel bad for ordering your things. So it's a two-way street. Be nice to them, and hopefully they'll be nice to you. And if they're not, let them know. I just can't keep hanging out with you. If you would like to chime in, and some folks have, you can do that. And our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And that's also where you can send a Dear John letter if you'd like to submit one for next week. We'd love to answer yours at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Want to make your sweetheart smile next month for Valentine's Day? Find some fun, matching shirts at funkymonkeyshirts.com. We have a whole collection of fun shirts for you lovebirds.
My wife rocks.
My man rocks.
We also have many silly shirts that will make you smile any day of the year.
My ex-wife was a trophy wife.
Participation trophy.
Find something fun for a loved one, friend, or for yourself at funkymonkeyshirts.com. That's funkymonkeyshirts.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
I'm not going to get this right, but I'm going to try. Triskaidekaphobia is the fear of Friday the 13th. And I know I probably got that wrong. Triskaidekaphobia is the fear of the number 13. But this triskaidekaphobia, whatever it is an official thing where you're afraid of Friday the 13th. A few famous people, by the way, have been stricken with this absurd phobia. Franklin Roosevelt, the president, he was afraid of Friday the 13th. And believe it or not, Stephen King has a fear of Friday the 13th. So you wouldn't think, of all people out there, Stephen King, he's the guy that scares people. How is he afraid of just a date? That's Heidi's lucky day, by the way.
Yeah, I am not afraid of. I love Friday the 13th,
Yeah,
and I love the number 13.
You know how many there are in just this year, 2020? How many Friday the 13th? 73 of them.
There
Just
are
kidding.
not.
No, there's not. I don't know. I figured I'd shoot high. I know there could never be that many. There's only 12 months. So.
It's not even
All right.
possible.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At bettercreditcards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, news headlines from somewhere in this world. Dateline, Finland. Finland is introducing a 4-day work week and a 6-hour work day under the new prime minister. Their prime minister is now the world's youngest prime minister, a 34-year-old female prime minister, and they're doing 4-day work weeks, 6-hour work days. I hope that goes well. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool.
Kind of just take an extra day off and only work a few hours a day. I just wonder how productive it'll be. I guess we'll find out. They're doing it in Finland. And this has been news headlines from somewhere in this world.
It's a new year. Have you made a resolution to quit drinking or to finally get away from drugs for good? These are both habits that are hard to kick, but you can do it. We want to help you. TimeForRehab.com is here to help you find the help you need with your particular situation. If you want to make this year the year you get the help you need to live a normal life again, start with a little help from us at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Utah man claims that he has a 20-year-old McDonald's hamburger. David Whipple bought this burger, according to him, back in July of 1999. He hung on to the receipt to prove it. He initially purchased the burger for a presentation that he made about enzymes and deterioration. The burger ended up in the pocket of a coat that he was not using, kind of forgot about it for years. He decided, oh, hey, I wonder whatever happened to that. And he pulled it out, and there it was, and it looks pretty much the same. The pickles are the only things that disintegrated, according to Whipple. And he's not the only person who claims to have an old McDonald's burger. There's another one that lasted 2 decades. 2015, 2 Australian men displayed a burger they claimed to have purchased in 1995. And it was still on display. Have you ever had that happen, though, where because I remember one time we bought a vehicle that had some French fries, like, spilled all over the floor in the back. And when it was a used vehicle. When we were cleaning it up, I threw everything away, but some of those fries landed on the ground outside. And I thought, we'll just feed the birds. 2 weeks later, I had to pick them up. Even the birds would need them.
Yeah,
they're like,
they know better.
No, I don't think so. This has been some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com.
John and Heidi.
Now your moment of duh, brought to you by SingleStudentLoan.com. A man walked into an Albuquerque drugstore and allegedly walked out with multiple items using nothing more than an umbrella to keep people at bay. Police responded to a shoplifting call at a Walgreens. Says here, manager told police a 42-year-old Michael Johnson was seen walking through the store helping himself to alcohol and cigarettes and other items while holding an umbrella. The manager reportedly told customers and other employees to stay back because he was swinging the umbrella. Johnson left without paying. Police found Johnson nearby eating the food that he stole from the store. He was arrested without incident, and all the items were recovered. The items taken added up to $378.
Wow.
It's quite the haul there.
Yeah.
He has a long criminal history, most related to trespassing and robbery. It's a bad plan. Bad plan. If you do something like that, you might end up right here on today's Moment of Duh.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At bettercreditcards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, fake news or Florida? Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it made up just to trick you and amuse me?
All right.
All right, here we go. Fake news or Florida? A video of a Florida man who called police after mistakenly taking a parrot or mistaking a talking parrot for a screaming woman has gone viral. Fake news or Florida?
I'm going to say Florida.
It is a true story.
Ha!
Yeah, I got all the details on this. We'll have that in a story maybe for tomorrow. There's.
I could see that. I mean, if you're outside and you hear it, I could see that.
Yeah, I suppose.
I suppose.
It could happen, since it did. This has been Fake News or Florida.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news. I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And here's the headline. Planet Fitness staff are spreading cheer with the kindness car. This is in Alaska. Employees at a Planet Fitness there are hitting the streets and spreading cheer beyond the holidays. Says Michelle Ivy and Holly Herring are the gym's kindness car drivers. This is a few times a week. They drive around and perform good deeds for strangers, like putting nice notes on windshields or giving out goodies to high school students before finals. Says, we've been to the post office right before Christmas, which was always a pretty intense place because everybody was getting last-minute stuff, but we spread cheer in the line that was about 40 people long. Monday, they stopped at a restaurant and stocked up on sandwiches for first responders. That's cool. Says we're going to hand one out. What? Oh, going to go to hand one out to the fire stations and surprise them with lunch. The kindness car is part of their effort to be more involved in their community. That's kind of a neat idea.
That is a cool idea.
They say, I get so much from the response and how receptive people are to us. It just makes my day. It's an awesome job, and I love to have it. So there you go. I've got a link to that story and all of the things we've talked about on the program today. Well, not all of the things, but usually most of the things. But the time I say all of the things, there'll be somebody says, oh, Heidi said this and that wasn't in there. No, our comments are not, but all the stories that we talked about, usually in there. They're in the show notes, and you can also find the Dear John letter for today there as well at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to chime in on today's Dear John letter, you can do that at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.